inside the Niger Delta.
On June 28, 2018, Isoko traditional rulers and leaders visited President Muhammadu Buhari to draw his attention to the backward state of Isokoland, despite having contributed immensely to Nigeria's economic survival with 8 oil fields over the years. At the meeting, Isoko leaders explained to Mr. President that their youths had refrained from acts of economic sabotage in the Niger Delta and chose to protect oil installations in their domain. The Isoko leaders had called on President Buhari to reward their people for their peaceful disposition with an extension of the presidential amnesty program to the non-violent youths of Isokoland. They also made an appeal to the federal government to spread its development projects across the Niger Delta to benefit the Isoko people and possibly revisit an appointment policy that was skewed in disfavor of the Isoko people. In his response, President Buhari acknowledged that Isokoland had been grossly marginalized and vowed to right the wrongs of the past. He had promised to take a critical look at how the 13% oil derivation policy was implemented by previous governments and revive abandoned projects in Isoko communities. Almost 2 years after President Buhari promised to enthrone social justice in Isokoland, the people are worried that he's yet to fulfill his promise.
He said area of appointment, he was going to do something, and some projects that were abandoned in Isoko during the Civil War, particularly the Ofagbe, Ibrede, Yedame, Namboko, Umolu Road, that he was going to ask the interventionist agencies like NDDC to do something about it. Another road we mentioned to him that our late Papa AKUGHA initiated, or the MAMODE, Oterigbide Uzere road, which he also said the Minister of Works will give attention to. But up till now, nothing has been done. It is actually painful that an ethnic nationality that produces so much crude oil in the Niger Delta, we are left, unattended to.
Till date, Isoko communities are littered with abandoned road projects awarded several years ago to ease transport and communication hiccups in the area. The state of underdevelopment in the communities is further heightened by crumbling social infrastructure, begging for urgent attention.
President Muhammadu Buhari should do something not later than immediately, because we have over-endured and we cannot continue to lay the egg, feed the country, develop Abuja, and the main area where the crude oil is coming from is left undeveloped.
The Isoko people, who have become victims of broken promises by successive governments, have decided to erect structures to drive rapid development in their communities, one of which is the Isoko Development Union. The fact, however, remains that all such efforts amount to self-help, which will most unlikely address the yearnings of the people in the long run. The onus is on the government of President Muhammadu Buhari to demonstrate the political will needed to bring an end to the reign of social injustice in Isokoland.
Inside the Niger Delta.